MiniWarGaming's Beat Map Batrep!
Welcome back to Beat Map Batrep Season 2, Episode 7. This is Ogres vs. Tomb Kings. We're entering round 6 at this point. So my Skeleton Warriors can't charge, and neither can my Necrosphinx, so they're just going to get into a position to charge him once he's finished. And then I do manage to get the extra movement off, which heals the last Skeleton Warrior back and another hit point back to the Necrosphinx. And then in combat here we have the Ogres all strike last, so luckily I do get to hit them first. I managed to inflict one wound right there. But other than that, oh, and there's another one right there. I forgot about that one. So I did manage to kill one of the Ogres, which is good. This is a war of attrition at this point. I'm building my army back up, and he's beating down part of it as well. And then he manages to roll really well, destroying 4 of the archers. And of course continues on with his brag, the gut wrencher, or whatever his name is, and kills a few more. You can probably predict what's going to be happening to these horsemen archers and the bone giant as well. Now the giant does get his stomp attack and does manage to do another wound, but combat resolution does kill them all. So he is actually working his way through my entire army with his 1 unit of iron guts, which is just ridiculous. And now it is his turn. Now, thankfully my positioning was better. He had no choice but to charge both of the units. And so that really helped there. Now he actually rolls a mishap, or an irresistible force, but nothing really happens. He does make his ward save. Now he puts this large the maw thing on it, and it thankfully scatters back, but it still covers 9 Skeleton Warriors and the Necrosphinx. So basically they make an initiative test. If they fail it, they take a Strength 7 multiple wounds hit. If they make it, then they still take a Strength 3 hit. So the Necrosphinx there luckily made it. He's only initiative 1, but he still rolled that 1. And so he only took 1 wound rather than D6 wounds. And then the other ones managed to kill, I think, 3 or 4 of the skeletons right there. And then the Ogre charge managed to kill a few of the Skeleton Warriors there, and actually managed another wound. So he got a couple wounds off on the Necrosphinx there, just from the magic and from the charge. And then his Butcher gets to go, and then luckily he's got great weapons, so I get to hit first. But he's at full strength and toughness. So first my Necrosphinx goes, manages 3 hits, and I think that's 3 wounds. So I actually managed, or was that 4 wounds? Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. I inflicted and killed another Ogre there. And then my Skeleton Warriors are starting to attack. This one's against the Butcher, and I do manage to actually inflict a wound on him. But then he gets to... then I'm actually attacking his brag guy now too, and I manage no wounds. Now against the rank and file guys, I have a bunch of attacks. And I think I made a mistake here, and that's kind of a problem before you call this. I should have done the Tomb King first, because he has a higher initiative. So he's going here, and he manages to inflict some more wounds. So a couple of the Ogres die right there, and then the Hierophant goes. At this round it doesn't matter so much, but next round it will. So I actually managed to kill a few of the Ogres there between everything. And then they get to stomp attacks back and forth, and he gets to re-roll everything. That's one thing that he had forgotten with a couple of his attacks. But now he's hitting back. Sorry, we're not at the stomp attacks yet. What am I talking about? We're just doing regular attacks right now. And he's inflicting lots and lots of wounds here. And I'm not making any of my regeneration or my parry saves or anything like that. And so he just continues to roll more and more. So these Iron Guts are tough. So if you want to build an Ogre's army, just bring Iron Guts. They are core, so you're allowed to bring as much as you want. And he keeps hitting with more of his guys. I believe this is his brag that's hitting last here. He manages to kill 3 more. And so in total, I do lose combat by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the end of round 6. So if you thought the Ogres were going to lose, well, now we're not so sure. This is all that's left. Now it is my turn next, so if I manage to get my 1 spell off, which subtracts D3 strength and toughness, then he's definitely dead. If I don't get that off, then I'm not really sure. Obviously I know how it ends, but at this point when I was playing, I really had no clue who was going to win. So in Tomb King's turn 7, I do roll 7 power dice, and then I cast a spell, and miserably fail to cast it, which is really too bad. So he doesn't even have to try to dispel it. I failed there. And then the Butcher gets to go first, being higher initiative, and we get all the attacks from my regular Tomb King skeletons, actually managing to kill him. This is where I made a mistake. The King should have gone first. He would have killed the rank and file, and he killed one right there, and so there would have been a few less skeletons that could have attacked. So that would have made a bit of a difference, maybe. So we're doing more attacks here, and I failed to wound his butcher. Now Brad gets to go, and he fails all his attacks. So then he gets his stomp attack. So they both completely whiff their attacks, and so they actually lose combat. What do you have to roll, Jamie?
I have to roll double ones to stay in the game.
And what happens if you don't roll double ones?
I might get overrun.
No pressure.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this battle report. That was pretty ridiculous. I did not expect you to come back so much at the end. And I don't think the viewers expected you to come back as much, unless you played Ogres and you just knew. You're like, oh, just wait. Yeah, he thinks he's winning. You can hear it in the voice over the battle report. Oh yeah, I'm winning, no problem. Look at this. Ogres suck. And then at the end, the Iron Guts single-handedly ran through 90% of my army. Really.
Within 2 or 3 turns.
2 or 3 turns, yeah. Yeah, so the Iron Guts, if you're playing Ogres, this is your army list. Iron Guts. The end. They didn't even need the Thunder Tusk, because who cares about always striking last? Because they just stay alive and then they kill everything. Yeah, really, you should just do that. Iron Guts, because they're core, so you can make your entire army.
But they always strike last.
Who cares? Did you see what they did? They destroyed my entire army single-handedly. 1 squad of them.
Not enough.
No.
Not enough.
Not quite. But that's, I think that was a bit of the roll of luck of the dice there at the end. So I wouldn't blame the Iron Guts or the Tactician. Obviously, it was a bit of the luck of the dice there that helped me at the end. But that's what wargaming's about, right? It's about the frustration of being really good at it and yet rolling crappy dice and losing in the end, but still having fun. So I hope that you enjoyed this. It was a very close game. Those makes the best battle reports always. Don't forget, subscribe so that you can get notified when we put up new videos. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and like this video. It helps us spread the word and get us more views as well. Anyways, this is Matthew from MiniWarGaming. Happy wargaming.